In obituary news this morning, funeral service for Mavis Irene Flint, age 83, will be Friday at 10:30 from Radley Smith Funeral Home Chapel, with the Reverend George Weeks officiating. Burial in the Fort Mitchell National Cemetery in Phoenix City at 2 o'clock Eastern Time on Friday. Mrs. Flint died Sunday, May the 20th at St. Vincent's Hospital in Birmingham. Visitation is tonight, 6 until 8 at the funeral home. Memorial message may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. Memorial service for Darren Dwayne Epperson, age 51. Memorial service will be Thursday at 11 a.m. from the chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home. Brother David Vick officiating. Mr. Epperson died Tuesday, May 22nd at Sylacauga Health and Rehab. Visitation is Thursday, 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. at the funeral home. The family will be accepting flowers, but is requesting that only potted plants be sent. Memorial messages can be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. And Johnny Stewart, age 64, of Sylacauga, died this morning at his residence. Funeral arrangements are incomplete. They'll be announced by Radley Smith Funeral Home. Funeral service for Mr. Charles Lambert Duck, age 71, is today at 3 o'clock from the chapel of Radley Funeral Home in Alexander City. Pastor Andrew Collum officiating. Burial in the Hillview Memorial Park with veterans honors provided by the Alexander City Veterans Honor Guard. Mr. Duck passed away Sunday at Russell Medical Center. Memorial messages can be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home directing. Mr. Johnny Ray Farmer, age 75, died at his residence on May 19th. The family receiving friends today, noon until 2 o'clock at Talladega Funeral Home. Funeral service will follow at 2 with Brother Glenn Edmonds officiating. Interment in the Pine Hill Memorial Park. Mr. Farmer was a lifelong resident of Talladega and Baptist by faith. Talladega Funeral Home directing. He is also in the military. He served 16 years in the National Guard, achieving the rank of sergeant. That's Mr. Johnny Ray Farmer, age 75, of Talladega. Marion Brooke Miller Caffrey died May 19th in Little Rock, Arkansas. Graveside service 2 o'clock today at Oak Hill Cemetery with Minnie Bailey officiating. The family receiving friends 12:30 until 1:30 at Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega. Online condolences at urseryfuneralhome.com. Ursery Funeral Home Talladega directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Barbara Cheney, age 62, of Sylacauga, will be 1 o'clock Thursday at Armour's Memorial Funeral Home Chapel in Alexander City, with burial in the Highland Springs Baptist Church Cemetery in Sylacauga. Armour's Memorial Funeral Home directing. John Thomas J.T. Martin, age 78, of Talladega, died May 22nd. Graveside service today at noon from Pine Hill Memorial Park with Larry Conley officiating. Family receiving friends 10:30 until 11:30 at Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega. Online condolences at urseryfuneralhome.com. Ursery Funeral Home directing. Evelyn Culver Lloyd, age 88, died May 19th at her residence. Funeral service 4 o'clock today at Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega with Kevin Jones officiating. Mrs. Lloyd was a native of Coosa County, lived most of her life in Talladega County. In lieu of flowers, donation can be made to the Lunch Ladies Pantry Fund, which provides food for children in Talladega and Etowah counties. 1130 Quintard Avenue, Anniston, Alabama, 36201. Online condolences at urseryfuneralhome.com. Ursery Funeral Home, Talladega directing. Hammett Estelle, age 81, died May 20th at his residence. Funeral arrangements to be announced by Sunset Memorial Chapel. Mrs. Perrine Williams of Rockford died May 18th at UAB in Birmingham. Funeral service for Ms. Williams will be 2 o'clock Thursday at New Style Baptist Church in Equality, with the interment following in the church cemetery. Wright's Funeral Home in Alexander City directing. And finally this morning, baby Autumn Jenkins passed away yesterday at Children's Hospital in Birmingham. And Autumn Jenkins, so many people praying for this child, and she passed away yesterday. Funeral arrangements to be announced by Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel.